Meta AI is the personal AI to help you with whatever you need. Plus, it meets you where you are. Not only is Meta AI now an app, but it's also on the apps you already know and love: Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, and Messenger. Plus the Ray-Ban Meta glasses. It's easy to access wherever you are. So whether you're talking or texting, Meta AI is convenient to use throughout your day. Experience our newest AI that's tailored to you by downloading the Meta AI app. Try the Meta AI app today on the Apple App Store and Google Play.
Imagine this: the best pasta sauce you have ever tasted sits abandoned on a plate. Wasted sauce. That is a tragedy. If only you had used Barilla al Bronzo pasta. Its bronze-cut texture holds your sauce and scoops up every last drop. The Italians call that scarpetta. Capture sauce the Italian way. Barilla al Bronzo. Click or tap the banner to find out more.
Want to be considered for the next opening on your staff? It won't come from hoping or waiting. Coaches who get promoted are the ones who already are acting like they have the job before they even get the title. Today on The Next Move, presented by Coach Portal, we're talking about how to position yourself for a promotion by doing the little things that decision makers never miss. Don't forget to activate your 6-month free trial on Coach Portal. Upload your resume, build your profile, and make sure you're visible when the right opportunity opens. Coach-portal.com. Enter the code CCPodcast and make your next move. Joining me today to discuss this topic is the offensive coordinator and quarterbacks coach at Sacramento State, Ken Merchant. Ken, great to have you here on the podcast.
Happy to be here.
Coach, we're going to get you back another time to talk go-go offense because people love that. But today we're focused on things you can do to set yourself up for the promotion. And there's a lot of things that you could put some attention into. What are your tips to coaches for setting yourself up for a bigger opportunity?
I think step one, I've heard this at AFCA many, many times when they were talking to the young GAs in that GA forum, is just keep your head down and work. Be elite in your current role, do your job, and the next job will come. You're interviewing for so many people. You never know who's going to get the next job. You know, Brennan Marion, who you work with that's going to move forward. And you just have to stay focused on your job, do your due diligence, and I believe that, God and the right things will come and will happen for you. Another tip I would give is, and this is one that Brennan gave me this year, we've always game planned together. We've always done the things together and give my input, give my insight. And he told me to do it on your own. Print a call sheet and write down every call that you would do in every situation, every time. And so think and act like the position you want to be in before you're there. And that was a great one for me. So I did a whole call sheet, week 3 last year, 2023. And I've done one ever since. So be it. It has so happened. He got the head coaching job at Sac State, and I stayed and did the game plan by myself and called the plays. And he set me up to be ready for it. And, I would talk to him every night and, let him know what I was thinking. And he said, yeah, do that. No, don't do that. And it worked out. So again, be elite in the role you're in, and then absolutely think and act and manifest and visualize yourself doing the job and actually do the job before you get to do the job. Those would be the 2 tips.
Coach, what's something you've done in your career that helped you get promoted?
I honestly don't know. You'd have to ask the people that promoted me. In my opinion, I just honestly been myself. And sometimes that didn't help me get a promotion. Sometimes it was a learning experience, and, that maybe I missed out on an opportunity because I said or did the wrong thing. But ultimately, those steps and lessons are what make you a man, or what make your players learn, from their mistakes. And so promotion, I would say one thing that got me promoted was, building real relationships with people in the building. I would say, again, being yourself, and, whether it was finding a way to connect with someone, whether it was, a coordinator who, love to golf or love to scheme. Some coordinators are more organized than they are creative. Or whether it was a position coach who really valued toughness or discipline. Whatever I saw a little bit of myself or something that I wanted to be like, I would ask them questions about it. I would go in their office, knock on the door, and try to connect with them that way. So it's absolutely finding a way to connect. It's absolutely being yourself. It's absolutely looking for what you see yourself as. If there's something they do really well, and ask them about it. One thing, me included, coach, we love to talk about ourselves. And so if you can learn from that and sit down, listen, open your notebook, I think those have helped me throughout the career.
What do coaches get wrong when they try to get noticed for a new role?
They're me guys. It's not, they pointing thumbs and they're trying to get eyes on them. They're trying to get noticed. They may be posting too much on social media. I listened to a podcast recently. Bill Belichick talked, was saying in our staff group chat, and he talked about how they tried to point the fingers towards him and say, Bill, how are you the greatest coach? What are some reasons when did you notice you were the greatest coach of all time? Like, when did you notice you were special? And the first thing he said was, it's about the players. The players made me great. I got to coach Tom Brady. I got to coach Matthew Slater. I got to coach Lawrence Taylor. Like, there was the players that made me great. So when trying to get promoted, I think you should really, really humble yourself. And yes, you may be qualified for that role. Yes, be really skilled in whatever, characteristics you think it takes to be in that role. But if your players don't perform well, it doesn't matter. And if you're not connecting with your players and teaching and growing and developing your players and putting them in the best position, it doesn't matter. So put the people around you first, your staff. As a coordinator, our staff is going to make us look great. Our success is married. And if the wide receiver coach or the tight end coach or the running back coach, if they're not performing at a high level, I'm not going to get a head coach job. I'm not going to get another coordinator job. I'm not going to get promoted. So really, as far as problems go, it ain't about me. It's about we, us, and ours. And I think that, to me, is the best way to flip the script and have a positive point of view.
That's great advice. What's a piece of advice you could give to the coach who wants responsibility but isn't sure how to bring it up? How do I go about letting coach know that I'm ready for responsibility?
It kind of goes back to what I said earlier. Just do it on your own. I promise you, a coach I can't promise you because, coaches, we like to get angry at times, but coaches are not going to get mad if you do extra work. As long as your A to Z is done and what you were asked to do is done, if you go to now steps 1, 2, and 3, and it's organized and it's presented and explained well and it comes from a good place, no one's going to be mad at extra work. Now, if that's somebody else's role, there's definitely a way to approach that. It's maybe off season. It's definitely not in the heat of the moment. It's off season, and you go into somebody's office one-on-one. You say, listen, this is something that I think that I can help with. I don't want to do better than him. I don't want to do his job, but I can help him with this. And these are the ways that I did an off-season study and, whatever, really be organized, figure it out and say, there's 3 bullet points that I know I can help us get better and present them and ask one-on-one. Definitely, if you get shot down, you get shot down. But first, I would see if you could do it on your own, like I did with the call sheet, like I did with any role that I wanted. See if you could do it on your own and then just present it, drop it off and say, here it is. I had a student coach do that one time. He graded the tight ends. He was a student assistant and he worked with the tight ends. He graded the tight ends and he said, this is what I think he should have done in this play. And he dropped it off. And I thought that was great. Did I look at it? Did it hold value? Probably not, but he got the reps at it. And the next time when he thinks he can do it or when he wants to do it, he'll have an example and some reference point.
Great advice there. Coach, I appreciate you taking the time, sharing some insight here into what coaches can do to set themselves up for promotion. Like I said, we'll have to get you back on and talk some go-go sometime.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Go Sacramento. I'll be back. Let's do it.
Promotions go to coaches who are already doing the job without being asked. If you want more responsibility, start leading where you are. And when it's time to take the next step, make sure you're ready. Upload your resume and profile to Coach Portal today. With your 6-month free trial, you'll be in position before the next opportunity is even posted. Visit coach-portal.com, enter the code CC Podcast, and make your next move.